Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what you have available, what it takes, and how to make sure you're getting the most out of 2026. Because here's the thing, if we do in 2026 what we did in 2025, we will only get what we got in 2025. Yeah, and people say, well, I'm just going to work harder doing exactly what I did. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It worked for a little bit, but then you get tired, you can get burnt out. What it's going to take in 2026 is maximizing what you got, utilizing resources, taking advantage of mentorship, and making sure that 2026 is crazy momentum for you. Are we good with my guest, Mimi? All righty. Let's bring Mimi on. Let's do side screen like we did 2 weeks ago. We had Mimi 3 weeks ago, and we thought at that point she's got crazy momentum. We had Adam Burge last week, had made the most money he's ever made, just deposited, just crazy breakthrough. And then we get the numbers in for December, which is a short month. It is a short month. People say, but you said I could break a record in December. Yeah, you could. Mimi did. So I'm just telling you, I was like, I got to get her back on. I got to get her back on this week with me, and talking about how to maximize what you have in 2026. So let's talk about the problem. Bring my monitor over here. And this is my fault, guys. I forgot to connect the dots here with the staff to make sure they knew that I had a guest, which sometimes happens.
You don't have to be perfect to win.
Hey, I'm one of those people that don't even need to see the first stair, and I'll go. Let alone see the whole staircase. So first of all, Mimi, congratulations. The momentum, congratulations, and hey, thank you for your leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because here's what I want everybody to understand. This is why all the talk about Mimi and Adam Burge over the last couple of weeks. If you don't grow your cash flow and your business in 2026, it's because you're choosing not to. And you can say, well, I had some bad luck. Let me tell you something. You don't want to start that conversation with Mimi. No. You don't want to start swapping stories.
Win.
I promise you. You don't want to start swapping stories with Adam Burge. Here's what I'm telling you. We all have about the same amount of bad breaks. Now, there are seasons where we go through that are tougher than others, and I'm not making light of that at all. But what I'm saying is, if every year we don't grow and we're always wanting to say it's because of bad luck, all those years also have something else in common. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I'm telling you. If you don't grow your cash flow in your business in 2026, you're making a choice. You're making a choice. You're making a choice to not grow. The examples are there. It's called proof of concept. Proof of concept is there. And we'll talk a little bit more about that on our leadership call in the next little bit. And actually, Mimi, we need to make sure we get Cleo in that group and Chan, if you'll add her to the leadership chat on Discord. She's a qualified agency manager, so we need to add her to that. All righty. Perfect. It's done. I love it when people say it's done already. So here's the problem. The problem for most people in our industry is the lone wolf mentality, right? Everybody's Frank Sinatra. Everybody wants to do it their way. They want to be a lone wolf. I'm going to do it my way. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Here's what I know. I'm not trying to do my marriage my way. I'm trying to do my marriage based on proof of concept. Who has the goods, and then I'm gonna do it their way. Does that make sense? I have even tighter fitness goals in 2026. I'm not gonna try and do it my way. Does that make sense? So it makes sense in those areas, but yet we come to business and we're gonna do it my way. We're gonna argue with what works. Let me tell you something. The lone wolf mentality is the absolute slowest way to build a business. Absolute slowest way. Absolute slowest way. Mimi, talk to us a little bit about that problem that some folks have with it holds them back. Andy told me a long time ago, he said, Bo, you don't got to be original to be rich, right? You know, Andy's got all those little colloquialisms. What's the point? The point is, find who's got the goods, what's working, and then just do that. Just do that. And that's whether it's business or whether it's life. Who's got the goods, and then just do that. So talk to us a little bit about that, Mimi. Going fast or going slow has everything to do with how we do it.
I'm still laughing about what you say. I'm writing it down. You don't have to be original to be rich. So
Me
don't
that
reinvent the
he probably told
wheels.
me that 24, 25 years ago.
It's still relevant.
It's one of my first Andy memories. I was like, huh, this is going to be an interesting. If everything he has to teach is this simple, I think I've found my place.
I like it. He makes it dummy proof.
Tell you something, you have to be brilliant to make it that simple, right?
Exactly.
Like at National Convention, Mimi, you know, right? We got a great culture, but you know there's going to be some dummies in the hallway, and they're
Exactly.
going to be, well, you see, my theory of how to sell the most life insurance is this, and make it sound complicated because they want to sound smart. But when you want to sound smart, you end up sounding dumb.
You sound dumb. Let me tell you, I think it applies. Indy and I, we've been working on some deals, and I like how he has all these conspiracy that he's doing behind you to help you grow. And I'm all in. You guys have my permission, do it behind my back to make me win without my permission. And that's okay. So we've been working on that. And then he gave me an idea. I said, Andy, that's a genius idea. And I say, if I could get your brain and put it with my brain and merge them together, make it one, I think I will win. And then he told me something to do. He said, Mimi, I'm not telling you what to do. I said, Andy, please tell me what to do every day because I'm in business for myself, not by myself. I don't ever want to feel like he told me that before. He said, Mimi, some people argue with me about how to run this business. And excuse me to say that that's a dumb idea if you do that, because the man proved himself that he is successful at this. He's been doing it for over 30 years. He's multi-million millionaire. Why would you argue anything with him? If you can't do it or you don't see it, just accept it, and then hopefully your mind will open up and then do it. But he got it. So that's what I told him. I said, tell me every day what to do because I just want that. Because it will speed up my process. What you're saying, Stephen, that's what it is. When you're in business, life insurance, I think this business in general, to be honest, Stephen, I feel like it can be very lonely because you're working from home, you book your appointment at home. If you're not in the field, it's lonely. You're on your own, really. But do you have to be by yourself? No. You have us. You have the group chat, you have the Discord, you have the WhatsApp, you have text messages, you have phone call. You can call us. You can, and we travel to go see you. Stay connected if you want to speed up. That's one thing I've been working on myself on that. I hope you notice that, Stephen. I've been communicating more because I know it's very important. Because I like it when my team communicate with me, and if I'm telling my team to do something, I want to have the more authority to do the same thing with you guys without you having to reach out to ask me for this, ask me for that. I'm working on it and I'm giving you that information to make it easier for you to work with me and my team. I'm not by myself. I've leveraged you in ways more than you think, because you have places you can go in this business. Help me get into this business. I can't get myself by myself.
Because you are absolutely right. Like, you have been aggressively communicating with me, and I know you're aggressively communicating with Andy. We're also in some group chats together.
Mhm.
Take advantage of what you have, but be aggressive. Be
Mhm.
aggressive. When you're passive and when you just want it to come to you all the time, that's the slowest way to build this business.
Exactly.
And so, like, if you're on Mimi's team, and I know I don't. I'll use Cleo as an example because I know that this would never be the case with Cleo because she is a proactive communicator. But
Yeah.
if Cleo's just sitting there waiting for you to call her and tell her what to do, she's not going to grow, right? Right? I know that's not the case. That's why I used her as an example. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. You gotta use someone you know is good as an example. Otherwise, you're like, oh God, I didn't know that was the case, right? But Cleo is proactively communicating up, just like you're proactively communicating up. That is one of the best ways to take advantage of what you have on this team. And that was the first talking point we had here is that's using mentorship as a shortcut.
That's right.
But you've got to be aggressive and proactive with it. Go to where mentorship is. By the way, that people say, well, so why, shouldn't you and Mimi just divide and conquer? Why would you both go to Stanford? Well, one, it's more powerful when we're both there. Two, that's time that we get mentorship wise that we wouldn't have otherwise. And so be aggressive and proactive this year. Take advantage of all of the insights we have. And here's the other thing too, how you come from mentorship is everything. And I'm gonna say a couple things, and I want you to comment on this, Mimi. Most people come from mentorship like this. They're like, this is my idea. I'm in love with it. Me and this idea, we're married. What do you think about it? And it's like, what do you want me to do, right? I had a guy one time, and he was just like, his idea was just terrible. And I think it was Jeremy. He was like, why didn't you correct him? I was like, you can't sell answers to a man that only wants echoes. All he wants is, you the man. You're the smartest guy in the world. You're the most original, smartest thinking guy I've ever met. In fact, you're smarter than me. You're smarter than Andy. You're smarter than Brian Adams. You're smarter than everybody. Like, that's what they want. Instead of like, hey man, here's what I'm thinking. Help me find the flaw in it. Here's the other thing I'd say. How you come to stuff is the same way. There's one of the reasons on the Ask Omars that we have, which by the way is available to everybody on the team. And so like, Cleo, you're a new qualified agency manager. If you push people towards that, they'll get questions answered that you don't have to answer for them, right? Take advantage of that stuff. But it's how you come to those things, right? There's a reason we have a rule. You got to come with your camera on. Be active. Same thing. Use mentorship as a shortcut. At the convention, be aggressive. Don't just hope it washes over you. But kind of talk about that, like going for mentorship, being present, being aggressive. Talk to us just a little bit about that, Mimi.
So I'm gonna use Cleo like you started. That's your bad. I'm gonna use Cleo and Kat, both. So the reason why Cleo and Kat are number one and number two in my team is because they're the one I would say that I communicate to the most, and they communicate with me the most. Like every Monday, me and Kat talk. That's outside of text messages. Every Monday, we have a scheduled date. And then the other day, I texted her, I said, Kat, will it be helpful for you if I come to Chattanooga? Because I did it before. She said, I have help. I have an assistant who's helping me. What I like the most is when you and we talk on Zoom, and then we problem solve. We look over my cases. I say, let's keep doing it. So you have to do that. Like, if you don't communicate, if we don't know what's going on in your world, we can't help you. And if I wait for Andy, for Steven to text me or call me, I'm going to get in trouble because I'm not the only one that they have. Yes, I'm trying to grow for my own self and to get their attention as well. So when I call Steven, he doesn't send me on voicemail because he's talking to somebody else. It's nothing personal. It's business. He's busy. He's busy. He has to take the time to coach whoever is more coachable or more open to the coaching. So that's how it goes. And then going back, for example, Cleo, the reason why Cleo grows like that, Stephen, is because Cleo rather over communicate than not communicating. Now she's like, Mimi, I'm trying to use the one-liner that you do because I feel like she will be deleting her messages to me. I said, why do you delete them? She said, well, it's too long. I'm working on my communication and narrowing it down. And that's coachability that we're talking about. She knows the messages was too long. She noticed that I left mine. Those are unspoken coaching. I left mine smaller, and then she picked up on that. She's like, I need to be like that, communicate with clarity and things like that. So
can I just time out real quick?
Yes.
Cleo, keep doing that. Because here's what I've learned. Don't bury the lead, right? There's a piece of information you're needing. Communicate in a way that makes it easy for us to see that that's the piece of information you need. So that's brilliant, Cleo. I'm proud of you. Because it's one of those things, like, and I'm the same way. It's like, I wanted to, when I'm asking advice of Andy or Victor Sanchez or other people at Integrity, I want to make sure I describe the whole thing, right? But what I'm really after is a piece of information. So what can I distill that down to get the piece of information I need? So Cleo, I love it. Anyways, go ahead.
Mhm. So so to show you, so what I do, Stephen, on my onboarding calls with my agents, I kind of like lay down the groundwork for them. I'll tell everybody, if you come like you're saying, just like this, you close up, you're not open to teaching or coaching, you're not gonna grow with us. And I mean, that's the one time I say what I probably shouldn't say. I say you're not gonna, you might not, you might get a I like you tax, but you're not gonna get our attention on a daily or hourly basis, because if your cup is already full, there's no more space to put more in it. So you got to empty that cup, make some space on it. So when we pouring into you, so you have space to receive it.
That's what holds a lot of people back and keeps people from benefiting from mentorship. They got their hand. They're not only are they a cup, they got their hand on their cup to keep in all the stuff that they're sure of, that they know. When problem is the stuff that I'll use me as an example. The stuff I'm sure of and that I know has my business at the size it is. In order for me to grow my business. So like in Dallas, when I'm going to be around top executives at Integrity and around Andy, I've got to make room. Does that make sense? I can't keep going. Yeah, but I know this to be so. Let me tell you something. It's not this. People say it's the stuff you don't know in life that gets you. That's true. But what's worse is the stuff you think to be so that is not so.
That's worse.
Yes. Got to keep it in. Got to hold it. That's in my cup already. That was a great illustration. Sorry. No, I love that. You're right. You come open posture.
Yes.
And I use the posture as an example. I mean, obviously, no one comes for coaching like this. If they do, then you might want to call the police. But call the police or a priest. I don't know. Call somebody to intervene. But but it's all about posture. Have that open posture to the mentorship. Otherwise, you might as well be throwing the information into a black hole. And let me tell you something. If you want to get more time from people that are high achievers, don't be a black hole of information. Because high achievers, we don't fear failure. Mimi ain't scared of failure. Like I was thinking about your group text. I've been in several group texts with Mimi, and I was looking at the way you're communicating in that. And it's like she's not worried about this individual getting upset. She's trying to make something happen. Does that make sense? And so she doesn't. So just know that high achievers don't fear failure. What we fear is futility. So if you're a black hole of information, you're going to get less information. I don't know what to tell you. Let's talk.
Thank you, Stephen. I know what you're talking about.
You were being bold, and I was like, yeah, I love it. I love it. It was not a it was not weak communication. It was.
Well, that's good. That's what I intend to do.
Yeah. Well, I was going to tell you before the call, then I ran out of time, and I was like, well, I'll just tell her on the call. Yeah. In front of everybody. That she did a good job. I loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So the second thing on our points of talking, we really kind of covered, and Cleo, you're setting a great example of it. Specific, focused questions. The more specific and dialed in you can be, the more information you can get. So show up on Ask Omar with specific, dialed in questions. Go to Mimi with specific, dialed in questions. Go to your upline with specific, dialed in questions. That gives you actionable stuff, right? That gives you. Now here's the two-edged sword. Once you have actionable stuff, we're gonna know if you do it or don't do it, right?
That's right.
Yep, you can't get around that. Let's talk about this last thing, the 3 C's of learning. The 3 C's of leaning in: commitment, consistency, collaboration, right? So commitment to implementing the advice. Can you talk on that for just a minute, Mimi? How that is?
Commitment. Well, if you're not committed to finish it, might as well not even starting it. I'm black and white like that. If you need to, say that one time on stage, Stephen, um, like my situation, my problems, they don't, I don't, they don't, they don't make me quit. They might slow me down a little bit as I'm developing myself, but I'm committed to win. I'm gonna win no matter what. Like you said, don't exchange problems with Mimi because she got a whole bunch of them that she's overcoming, that she had overcame, and all that. So I am committed to the success. I always saw the value in the alliance, and then I stick to it. So problem comes, work on it. Just keep going. You are a work in progress. You're not a finish. It's not a miracle. I think I had that conversation with Cleo one time. I said, we are in a growth process. We're not asking God for a miracle. We are asking for growth. That's mean it takes time, it takes steps, but don't slow yourself down. You got you're a person. You can have problems. You can think about it, but don't think about it too long so it slows you down too long, right? Committed to success and then do what it takes. Are you gonna is my story gonna be your story? Like both me and Adam are winning in the Davies team, but with different ways, right? But we all overcome. It's the same thing in a sense, yet different person dealing with it. Does that make sense? We committed to success, so we overcome. So because you committed, that doesn't mean you're not gonna have failure. Because you committed, that doesn't mean you're not gonna have problems. You have to accept them. Like these are facts. They're gonna happen. Commit to success in life in general. I say anybody who's not committed to succeed in life cannot be successful here because they're not gonna take what it takes to win.
On the advice, following through on the coaching, do the things that the people that are winning are telling you. Like at national convention, you're going to hear, like Mimi's talking, Adam Burge is talking. There's going to be other people that had massive 2025s talking. That's an opportunity for you to get what they learned in 2025, write it down, and then just go act on it like it's federal law. Just go act on it like it's federal law. Like you're going to get arrested if you don't do those things. The second thing is consistency. You know, don't go through seasons of seeking feedback because that'll happen. We get all fired up, come out of the convention, and we're seeking feedback. We are a feedback seeking machine, and then it tapers off. Well, one of the reasons that Mimi's growth has been consistent is she's been consistent in coming for coaching. Can you speak on that for a minute, Mimi? I know we're running over.
Yes. So consistency, guys, I'm gonna use myself as an example. So let's talk about recruiting. I've always consistently winning in the alliance, but I tell you my flaws right there. Prior to 2 or 3 years ago, I was not consistently recruiting. So let's call it that. So it's no surprise that Mimi was not the builder past 3 years ago because Mimi was not consistently recruiting. I always have a team, but it wasn't the focus. I wasn't consistent with it. So because I wasn't consistent, so I'm put it black and white. It wasn't the focus in my mind. For one reason, I didn't make it priority to consistently recruit. So I will have people come in and come out and I get discouraged and this and that. Then I do it this week, not doing it next week. I didn't see it. I didn't have the eureka. But past 2 years, I've been consistently recruiting. People come, people leave, people stay. I just accept it. It's part of the business. That's how it goes. It's like you have a bus full of people. Some of them will stop and get out, get in and get out from the bus at different time. So don't let that bug you because it's part of the deal. Facts are facts. Accept it and then keep moving. That's why I'm growing my business right now consistently because I consistently recruit. Consistently, after you get the consistency, recruiting every day, you building the width. Now I'm like, I have width, but I don't have depth. You need to work on that. Then I worked on it consistently. Now I'm like, I need to go back to do more with.
Here's what I know. None of us are capable of perfect consistency. It's staying as close to the middle as possible, right? And quick
Yep.
correction. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. It's like this. If you want encouragement, you must first choose to be consistent. I'll say it again. If you want to feel encouraged, you must first be consistent. There's no way around that. Encouragement stems from consistency. People think, well, encouragement is something someone does for me. Yes, words can get you started, but if you don't continue, if you don't stay consistent, you won't stay encouraged. It's impossible. It's impossible. That's why, and Mimi, you know this. You have agents that their activities up and down, up and down. Guess what's up and down? Their emotions are up and down and up and down, right? So consistency. Hey, consistency is not flashy, but consistency always beats intensity. All right. The last one is collaboration, guys, and we'll end on this. Look, here's the thing. Utilize what's there. Utilize what's there. If you're struggling selling, then make sure you're on, jump on dial jams. Join in Ask Omar's. Find out where your upline is going to be selling. Get in. Like, it just makes sense. Utilize the resources. Go to when there's a hot spot within a few hours of you, and one of the top leaders is going to be there. Get there. You come to the national convention. Be on the calls. Because here's what I know. You get out of it what you pull out of it. Does that make sense? Like, you get out of it what you pull out of it. You don't get out of it just from being exposed. Like, you can be on all the calls and still not grow. Because I was on all the calls, awesome, but you only get out of it what you pull out of it. So, guys, here's what I know. 2025 was awesome. Adam Burge made the most money he's ever made in the history of Adam Burge, right? Adam and Cindy killed it. He's going to make even more in 2026. Like, it's going to be fun to watch. Mimi had her biggest month ever in the month of December as her team has grown. And it's been fun to watch. So 2025 was awesome. What Mimi and I are pleading with you to do is get in it and run with us. Here's what I know. When there's momentum, the return on energy, the return on emotion, the return on investment, the return on activity, all those returns are higher because momentum is magic, guys. So here's what we're saying. Come with us. Come to Dallas, Texas. I want you to hear Mimi's talk. I think you're speaking Saturday afternoon, I think. Did I see that?
Yeah, more than one. I have main stage on Saturday morning. If they didn't change the schedule, I also have a talk on Friday evening.
During one of the breakouts?
Yes.
That's okay. That's what I was thinking. I was referencing mainly your main stage talk, but I wasn't thinking about your breakout too. You got to get there, guys. I'm just telling you, the information is there. The information is there. The inspiration will be there. Come on with us, guys. We love you. We want you to win more than you can possibly imagine. Holly and I want 2026 to be the best year in the history of your family, but we got to get rolling. It's January 5th already. Good grief. Let's get going. All right. Love y'all. Hammer down. Let's get it.